just Max said, kind of got what you exactly wanted in that last look. We're getting the ball to Cooper. What did you think of that last sequence?
Yeah, it was great down the stretch on both. Being able to get to the free throw line and then for him to get the ball and with the pick and roll, I thought he got a great look.
Jason, what would you say went into the decision to go with a different starting lineup tonight?
Well, I think just looking at when we have a point guard on the floor, it's been all right. And so talked to Clay, asked, this isn't a permanent thing, but can you come off the bench? And he was good. He was good with it. And so I thought him coming off the bench gave us a spark. That first group was, for whatever reason, a little tight. Everybody's trying to play perfect, and some of the shots went in and out, and then they capitalized on it. But again, the group fought, put ourselves in a position to tie that game at the end.
You just look at this this chunk of games to start the season, broadly. Why do you think, the offense has been what it is so far?
Well, that's easy. You got to make shots. We're not making shots. We're getting great looks. And so we've missed some layups that we normally have made, and that just happens in the season. I thought Gav had a great look. Christie had a good look. It didn't go down for us in the paint. And then understanding the threes have been wide open. They just haven't gone in on a consistent basis.
And, Coach, you talk a lot about, shot quality, generate a lot of quality shots. What would you say tonight that shot quality looked like for the team?
I thought it was really good. We just bricked a lot of them. That's been pretty much the season for us. We haven't shot well as a team. We might have had one person shoot well, but the rest haven't. We got a lot of offers, and that can't happen.
And a lot of production from P.J. Washington. Just what are you seeing from him specifically when he had that second quarter?
He's playing unbelievable. He's playing at an all-star level. 38 minutes a night. He's playing the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's playing them all and guarding everybody. He's trying to help the team win. That's who he is. He's playing incredible transition defense, blocks, being able to give us points on the other side. So we just got to get others to join the party.
His shooting percentages in the paint are one thing that I observed, and they've gone up significantly this season. What have you thought of his finishing around the bucket, and what do you think has led to that year-over-year improvement?
Yeah, I think he worked extremely hard on his body. And you're talking about PJ, right? Yeah. And so being able to, in transition, to handle gives us another dribbler. And then he's taking full advantage of his strength against smaller guards, of taking the hit and getting and ones.
As Cooper said, neither he nor anybody's happy at 2 and 6. But as far as his progression is going from game one up to now, how much? He seems like he's a lot more comfortable. Is that?
Yeah, I think he's comfortable. I think you can see that he's growing each time he's taking the floor. And then tonight, I thought he was great again, being able to rebound the ball defensively, and then looking at offensively, being able to create for others, but also for himself. I thought he did an incredible job. Again, he had a great look that just didn't go down.
Max, what you see in those final possessions of the game that just slipped away from you guys?
On the final possession, we got a great look. We got exactly what you want. What we wanted was a Cooper shot. That's what we wanted. He got him downhill, and we were down 2, hit right back rim. It was a great shot. So we're going to live with that for sure. And then defensively, we fouled a little bit at the end, gave them some free throws. They made most of them, so you give credit to them. But on that very last play we executed, we just didn't make the shot, which is going to happen. So
Cooper led you guys in scoring tonight. Just what can a moment like that do for him going forward?
Yeah, it's a learning lesson for him for sure. I mean, to be able to feel that kind of heartbreak, if you will, at the end, where you miss the game or the game tying shot. So it's good for him to have that experience for sure, just to have that feeling. He was in that situation, which is good. He handled it with poise and he handled it with perfection. So that was good. And yeah, he kept us in the game. He was aggressive down the stretch for us. Took it to the basket a lot. Made those free throws at the end too. So he was great. He was great for us.
And the team started the game slow. They missed in the first 6 or 7 shots. What kind of happened early, and how'd you all kind of get it back going?
We had good looks. We just missed them. I know I missed the first 3. I think we just had good looks. They just weren't going in. That happens. So, but we did. We fought. We came back and we fought, and we won that second quarter by 7, which was good. And We started getting stops down the stretch in the third, which brought us even closer. And you give credit to New Orleans. They came in off a back-to-back and had poise and did a good job of making their free throws, getting into their actions. And so we had a slow start, but we came back, we clawed back. But we got to be better in the first quarter for sure. 19-29 in the first, that can't happen. So
watching PJ right now, he's doing a little bit of everything. Like playing with him right now.
Yeah, he's been great. He's, like you said, he's a Swiss Army knife, played 38 minutes tonight. Aggressive from the three-point line, aggressive to the paint, getting free throws, which is great for us. He's rebounding the ball at a high level, and he's scoring too. So he's just being aggressive, and that's what we need him to be if we want to be successful. And so he had a great game tonight, regardless of what, the numbers say. He was effective out there. His presence was felt, and so we're going to continue to look for him for that.
You getting to play with him, with PJ at the end of last year, and now you bringing up his aggressiveness. How have you seen his game as a finisher and just getting to the rim and getting to the free throw line? How have you seen that grow, and what do you think has led to his improvements in those areas?
He's just been embracing kind of his body. I mean, he's a big dude. He's physical. He's powerful. He's athletic, and so he's been embracing that. He's been using that against smaller guards, guys that are his size, and he's obviously very strong for his position. And so his ability to be down in the paint and his touch has been great as well with his floaters, his hook shots, and so he's worked on that for a long time. And obviously it's paying off for him, and when it pays off for him, it pays off for the team too. And so we need him to continue to be aggressive, continue to get to that free throw line, get us some easy points. So he's definitely continued to grow.
Max, you've been one of the more reliable guys on the floor. Just with what you contributed this season, what do you feel like is growing the most in your game?
I think just kind of my poise and confidence, to be honest. I feel like I'm hunting my shot more, if you will. I'm not passing up opportunities, trying to minimize passed up shots and hesitancy when I get the ball. So I think that's all it really is, just looking for my shot a little bit more, being more confident, but keeping things simple too, not trying to do too much, not trying to take away from anybody else, but just being aggressive when I get the ball, because I know in order for this team to win and to help this team, if I can continue to shoot the ball at a high level, then we'll be in good positions.
On top of that, I know one of your goals is to lead the team in shooting threes this season.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like that corner three really works for you. So what about that specific shot is just thinking so well?
Yeah, I'm gonna just work on it, and it's technically, if you will, the easiest 3-point shot. It's technically as close to the rim as you can get in those corners. So just been working on that all the time. Those should be automatic. I'm typically in those corners within our offense, just kind of spacing, and then I move around from there. But to be able to be lights out from the corner is important for us. Those spots are usually open on teams that really crack down on the paint. So when I'm there, to be able to knock those down for the guys that kick it out, that's just what's important. So.
Max, every time I've heard you, here at the podium, you're not a get too high, get too low. You're about sticking with the process, all that stuff. I know you guys didn't expect to be 2-6. Like, is it frustrating? Is it hard? Like how do you stick to that? And what's the level of frustration of just right now not having the start that you guys expected?
Yeah, well, I know we're all upset, obviously, that we're losing. 2-6 is not an ideal start through 8 games. And so if any of us were happy about that, then there'd be an issue. So there's definitely a sense of frustration in the sense that we want to win games. We're competitors. So, but we do know it's 8 of 82 so far. So we have, a lot of games left, and we're not going to keep using that as an excuse, but it is a fact. So, again, we're upset. We're frustrated. We gotta do better as a team. We got to figure it out. We got to find a way to win more games. This is a slow start for us, and I don't think any of us expected to be here. So it's good. This is going to be a good character building kind of stint for us as we continue to find our way to just try and win games. But none of us are happy about where we're at right now, for sure. So there's a level of frustration, but we're going to keep clawing. So
I know you got a lot of guys banged up right now, but who are some of those voices in the locker room who are kind of speaking up right now?
I think everybody's doing a good job of contributing. Everybody's talking about what they see in games. We're reiterating what the coaching staff is implementing with us. The coaching staff's been supportive, and I think the last thing we need to do right now is be super negative with each other and kind of break up. So we're staying together. We're gonna stick with the process. We've put in the work as a team, and so it's gonna pan out eventually. We just got to continue to put one foot in front of the other, and that's all we can do.
What was Coach Kidd's, after tonight's game, what was Coach Kidd's kind of message to you guys after taking a tough loss, and then you talking about how you know y'all need to be better? What are some things y'all can do better as a team and things you can do individually to get to that point?
Yeah, I mean, the main message was just, again, stick together. The boat isn't burning, and so we're fine. You know, we're 8 games in, and so it feels pretty crappy because we're losing. And you know, our home court, we haven't really done a good job of protecting that, and so we've got to do better with that. But I mean, I think for us offensively, we seem a little stagnant, just a little bit. We're not getting a lot of flow, a lot of motion. And so we got to continue to look at film, continue to practice that. But Coach Kidd's message is just to stay together. There's no point in breaking up right now, so or breaking up ever, really. So we just got to stay together and continue to just kind of work the system and work the game.
I know it wasn't the outcome you guys wanted, but what you like about that final possession?
Yeah, I mean, I think we got to a good spot. You know, somewhere I was able to get to throughout the second half, you know, the game, and I thought I got to a good spot, put one up on the rim, but it just didn't fall.
Cooper, this was kind of your first time at your natural position. What were your thoughts in that role tonight?
I thought, you know, we just played natural. I thought I still got a little sticky at times, but you know, I think we have to keep working on moving the ball, getting organized, and just attacking mismatches. But I think we could have been a little bit better organized tonight.
Do you feel like that change of being a little bit better organized was directly from kind of the starting lineup change, and y'all put D'Lo in there and you shifted a few spots over?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. You know, whatever it is, but I still think we could have been a lot better being organized. I still thought there was a lot of possessions where, you know, we had guys in the wrong spots. You know, we got to fill our spots that we want to get to, that we have mapped out in practice and whatnot in our game plan. And I think when we get to our spacing and we get into stuff that we want to get to, we get good looks.
It's just the space feel offensively. Like, does it feel like you have room to do what you want to do?
I think it goes back to what I said. When we get into our spots, the way we practice our spacing and, you know, get organized the way we want to get organized, I think we do get the right shots and we do get the right amount of space to, you know, have guys create and get downhill. So I think, like I said, just got to be more organized.
You were very noticeably getting downhill in the fourth quarter. Was it a mindset shift at all, or just kind of taking what was there?
I mean, that's just what was working. You know, guys all around just getting to the rim, getting in the paint, you know, making plays off 2 feet. So it's just something that we were trying to emphasize, and it was working. So
Max was just in here. He mentioned the message in the locker room. Just keep at it. The ship isn't sinking. Just from where you stand, how do you think the locker room is handling just the disappointing start?
Yeah, I think Max said it fine. I mean, for me, it's the most, you know, I've lost since, you know, I think ever. So, you know, it's obviously a lot different, and you know, you have to adapt to just playing a lot more games and, you know, get used to that. But you know, I wouldn't say anybody's happy. You know, guys obviously are trying to stay level-headed and know that we got a lot more games to go, and it's still really early. But I mean, I'm speaking personally. I know it's not fun to just keep losing games. So, you know, I like to make a change and hopefully start, you know, making steps in the right direction.
Cooper, you touch on these emotions that you're kind of feeling for the first time in your career, but I see you after every game going to get photos with fans and, you know, making the most of these moments for little kids. So as an 18-year-old, that's just kind of uncommon for you to naturally think to do that. How you instilled that in you?
I think I'm 18. You know, I'm not that far removed from being those kids and, you know, being a fan at an NBA game. So I think for me, it's just about, you know, win or loss is one thing. You know, obviously, you know, you have to be competitive in that, right, and, you know, be focused on that. But that doesn't or can't take away from, you know, giving back to the people that are there to support you. And so that's kind of what that is for me. I mean, like I said, I'm not that far removed from being those kids and, you know, wanting an autograph or wanting a picture with, you know, players when I was younger. So, you know, I know what it is. I know what it's like to be there and support somebody and how much it can mean and even change somebody's life just to, you know, stop and say hello.
And you've had a bunch of tough matchups over the last couple of games. You know, tonight, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, Sarr, and Amin Thompson. How's kind of your first, you know, like last 7 days kind of been just going to get some of those tough defenders?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, some great defenders, some great competitors. So I think it's been fun, you know, just to be able to compete at a high level. And there's a lot I can, look back on and a lot of film to watch and learn from, playing against good defenders like that. So I think that it's, some good learning experiences and moments to look back on, and hopefully we'll just improve.
How do you think they're guarding you? Are they going under the screens? You think they're going after the ball?
I'll just say a lot of guys just being physical. That's the biggest thing. The guys being physical, trying to, force physicality. The guys that have been in the league for a couple of years, so just got to get used to it, play through some physicality, and finish through it.
With PJ Washington, he's someone who you've spent a lot of time with on the floor to begin this season. What have you thought overall? What have you thought of his finishing? What's made him so dominant in the paint? And what do you like about that on-court duo between y'all two?
Yeah, I love playing with PJ. He's a competitor, a fierce competitor. He's always playing really, really hard. That's one thing you can always count on. Always making the right play, getting downhill, whether it's finishing, passing. He's just been really efficient, attacking the basket and using his shoulders, using his size to finish at the rim. So, it's been a joy. It's been so much fun to play with PJ. I'm looking forward to continuing to play with him, and hopefully we'll turn things around and just continue to compete out there.